Alright guys, how are we doing tonight? I've brought our brisket out here already. We are going to start our smoking process. JW here for all the new people. Thank you for coming to my channel. We're going to be smoking this on the fat side down first. So you want to put this side down first so you don't burn the actual meat. So what we're going to do is we are going to make sure our pellets are topped off so you don't run out in the middle of the process. I've already got it cranked up to the 250 over here. Let's take a quick look into our pellet box. Looks like we're going to just probably add just a little bit in there. We're only doing an 8-hour. No promotions here, just me, JW, of my own free will here. So anything I give ratings on or anything, there won't ever be a promotion. Unless there is, then we'll state it as such. But we got a nice fire going. I'm gonna go ahead. There we are. Let's see if we got that right. I cleaned it and had to put it all back together. There we go. So I have everything. I'm going to close that off there. Should have everything now to go ahead and offset the brisket into our grill over here. Bear with me as I am going to see if I can get this to work for me tonight. Alright. So there we are. So we're going to open our grill up here. Nice and smoky. I like it. We're just going to go ahead and grab our pan so we don't drip everything all the way across everywhere. I'm going to set it here and between me and the smoker. Boy, that looks so good. Just nice and ready for the smoker. I'll set this big boy in here just like the recipe called for. So what we're looking at here is putting that fat side down. You can hear it kind of starting to sizzle. Now I closed it off a little bit. Probably going to open it up just a little bit to let some of that smoke through and heat. But I want it to be a nice low, consistent 250. I don't want it to, I'm just trying to barely open it here. There we go. Alright, we're going to set this pan back down over here now. So like I was about to go over, is we got to smoke this for 4 hours. And once we do that, we got to get our aluminum foil. I'm going to go ahead inside. My phone will allow me to do one of the updated features is to pause in the video. We will reconvene inside. But once we get going, after the 4 hours, we'll find the mid seam here between the meat and the fat. And once we do that, we'll go ahead and let it kind of kick off here, get to smoking. But once we get that going, then we're gonna put in our thermometers so that all our meat, we can keep an eye on that from the app. That's one thing that I do like about this is I have an app on my phone that I can watch, and when it gets ready, then we'll come back out here and we'll set everything up for that portion as well. All right, guys. Well, for now, I'm going to get this glove off. I'm gonna come around here and say pause for the moment. Okay guys, we are back here in the kitchen. So I had to go grab my manual to my grill because I left these beauties in there. So these are going to be our probes. So what you can see is it has a nice pointed tip. The wire is going to be run in through this end. If I can get it to focus a little bit for us. There we go. So we can just take a look at that. We're gonna press this up into that after the 4 hours cook. This side will go into the grill. There's a set side 1 and 2. So over here, we're gonna grab our other one. I'm just gonna probably wash these off here in just a minute. We've got our 2 knives from the other day that we talked about that were what I felt, in my opinion. I bought these myself in a kit for a grill kit where you could probably go to online or shop around at your local hardware store probably and find. It comes with the spray bottle, the thermometer, meat claws, and this beautiful knife here. Oh, it is very sharp. The case is on there nice and snug. Same goes for this here. I think it's a great set for around 40 bucks or so. I caught mine on sale, as I exclaimed in my earlier video on prepping for this. This one hugs in there nice and neat as well. I think it's just a piece of steel that has been cut and sharpened to a very sharp edge. So that's what's going to, if y'all have any knives that y'all like to barbecue with, I've looked and saw some like the Pitmaster Pro style knives that have the forks on the end of the blade. Kind of interested in maybe get one of those if you think there's something else out there that's better. If not, I may just stick with what I have. We also have our soup here. So with that soup, we're gonna take some foil. We're going to kind of wrap up in a sense, and we're going to leave kind of like in one side of it. We're going to take that foil and kind of leave it open, kind of like a open-ended volcano just on one side, so it can kind of steam and flow. And then it's just going to rest in this here. Now I'm probably going to inject some into the meat as well. So I'll probably go ahead and get that prepped. So while we're also waiting in this 4 hours, I have some new things that have come into my possession. So I want to say another shout out to Krebs Brothers, the restaurant store. I reviewed one of the products that I got there. Same great quality in their products as the staff that works there. I'm super excited. Anytime you call, even if they're busy, they do take the time to either give you a call back or to take a name and number and get back to you when they can, because they are busy there, because who doesn't like fine products? So Shun makes not only knives, but they also make some shears, and these are the kitchen shears. This is the model here. Again, there's no promotions here. I got these as a Christmas gift to myself from my mom. Hey mom, love you mom. Now here, what I like about this set here is it gives you the breakdown. It will come apart, and we'll kind of take a look at these maybe here in a minute. Set those over there. There's different points on that one. So first bag down. So this is the injector that I went with. I like that it was it seems to be an all metal construction, you know, minus some rings and such there. It looks like it has plenty of holes to inject it all around and not just through the tip. If you have one that you like, please drop it in the comments. I'm still growing my kitchen and everything. So with this one, I believe this one's like a 2-ouncer. They had some 1 and 150s, but we'll open that up in a later video as well. So I had something amazing happen. For anybody that's ever wondered, is there still good in the world? There is. I got to experience it firsthand. Blew me away from the person that was checking out. I want to say thank you to that good sir there, and for the staff and everybody there to help everything flow as it should. When wonderful things are being offered to random people, and I hope I can do that in the future. Once I get to like 100, I'm going to probably do a giveaway there. 50 is just going to allow me to do a live stream video. But with this knife here, this one here is a boning 6.5 inch. I got to take and get 50% off of this because the customer had bought a knife and offered me the 50% off. So this is a full tang, all the way construction. Now this one is more like the economic style. This one's going to get me by. It's got the or I want to call it ACES, but it's AUS 6M stainless steel. It's, I think, just a little below the AUS 8. And then what we normally see, I'm just going to show you here on this one. So this is kind of like the economy for Shun that everyone can go and purchase, you know, at a fair price. And then you have the more expensive styles like this Premier set. Now, if and I ever can get caught up on everything, I would like to take a look at that dual core. They have a dual core knife set out there that I would love to get my hands on at some point. All the Shun knives are beautiful. Apologize for everything in my first videos for the mispronunciation. But right here, it's going to tell you the VG Max, which is similar to the VG10. Now there is a little difference in the material. What it is, that will probably be a trade secret. So we have all of our tools. We're just going to take another pause and get everything washed up and ready. And again, thanks at the restaurant store. I appreciate you guys. All right, so we're going to move on and get everything washed up. Hey guys, now I'm loving this pause feature here. So now where we're back. I've got everything washed. I'm glad I got to save y'all some time. It is that holiday season. So here we have our normal wrapping paper, if you will. So I have what we've been using. I've used this. It's been a go-to for trimming and getting everything set up with the barbecue. I have our new one. Now this one is by the makers of Shun. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that one. Oops. So this one is by Kai, or K, Kai. This is their pro portion. Tells you what the knife is. So boning fillet 6.5 inch. Now this one's made in China, so it's not just like the Shun knives where they're made. Okay. Over here we have the high carbon AUS on there. And it tells you the series there as well. Stainless steel. So still stainless steel. Even in my glove, it feels nice and sharp. They feel about the same in the glove. We'll go into the scissors here in a minute. Let's get everybody focused back in here. Okay, I'm gonna set that package out of the way for a second. So we all know scissors can cut Christmas paper, right? But when you're getting ready for the holiday, is this gonna be something you want for your loved one behind the grill this holiday? Now this is a little tougher to cut because it's got that waxy film on it. I'll have to rewash everything. Yeah, it's just wanting to tear. But you saw we got a couple good pulls there. Let's see here. I'm making a mess of this. It's definitely, I've used this one. I'm probably gonna have to put this one on the sharpener a little bit more. Well, this one is not as rigid as I was hoping it would be. There we go. So I'll stop there with this one. This one needs a little bit more TLC. Now, let's get over here to an edge. Now this paper is crinkly. It's not a very good straight edge, but let's take a look. Oh yeah, straight out of the box. I mean, the people and the creators of Shun knives and this one here, I would highly recommend giving this one a try. Now, I got this 50% off, which was a blessing from the Lord and the people at Krebs Brothers. Oh, wow, look at that. You can just see the design. It's supposed to give you that textured, hammered look. Just kind of looking at it and thinking about, we'll get back to cutting here in just a second. Just kind of taking a quick look here. Let me check my mic, make sure it's still on. Okay guys, so I guess my mic died on me. So I'll catch you up. We have the one that I've used over and over and over. I'm not sure where my video lost track of the microphone, so I do apologize there. This is the KIA Pro by the makers, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, from the makers of Shun Cutlery. Now this one is the little bit affordable everyday brand if you're looking and love the Shun knives. The handle, even in my big mitts that I've reviewed before, this one has a nice flow to it here in the handle. Just kind of side by side comparison. This was going to be a good daily one for like fish, chicken, and other boning items there. But notice the two differences between the natural hammer finish here and that damask of where the metal's been folded and hand created versus this beautiful piece over here. Now this is that VG Max, similar to the VG10s. If you're out there trying to compare your carbon steels and such there, your stainless. Now this one does say crafted in Japan. If I can get it to focus for us here. Keeping an eye on my mic. There we are, right there. Now this one does say made in China, but either way you go, these are both great knives. Now if you're wanting that affordable look, let's see a couple more pulls here. I was just in awestruck of out of the box. Like I said, if you missed what I was talking about with this one when I was cutting, I was saying that I'm gonna have to give it some love to get it back to this here. But out of the box, I believe this would have done the exact same. I mean, holiday confetti, put it in there. Let's just see if we can't get it going here. If I could keep it rigid. I'm just barely using, oh, I got too excited there. Finish it off. I mean, it is doing the work for us. Just slid it through there, making some nice shapes. You see that there? Let's see that together here. I mean, if I could keep it just right on that very tip and edge, look at that. I think this is a great take home for me. So if you want something that's going to be affordable but not going to break the bank, this one will be a good recommendation. Now you're going to have to still give it TLC, give it that love. You can see how nice, thin, and sharp that blade is there. That's the full tang. Full tang is where the blade is made into the handle, and then they have 2 pins here to hold everything together. Everything's a stainless steel. I'm not sure exactly what this material is. I'd have to look at the package again. It has a nice pinch point here, so you can kind of maneuver. So overall, out of 10, I think, if my mic's still on, there it is, it's still on. So out of 10, I think I'm going to have to say, for cutting right out of the box, I'm just going to have to throw it out there at a 9.9 on my scale, just for out of the box. We'll have to see how long that sharpness lasts. Grip. If you love Shun and you love I think it may be their classic, where it's the more D shape in the handle. This one here is kind of oval, so it is nice for a larger handed person. The grip here for me, it has a nice flat ridge. The spine here of this is nice and flat for that thumb right on top, so when you have to push. Handle, similar comparison with our 6-inch. Now this one is designed for the hand. You can tell by the way the shape is here. Between the pinch grip, this one is a little more bulky and clanky than this one. You can see the thumb and finger here, and this pinch grip on this side is nice and easy. This one you really have to choke up on it and really pinch the blade and not so much the handle, which you can do. Alright guys, so on the handling scale for this handle, I'm probably going to drop it down. On the handle, sharpness is definitely a 9.9. The handle, the ergonomics of it, the curve to the hand here, for the price, I think I'm gonna have to give this one, yeah, this one here, guys, I'm gonna have to probably give it a nice 8. I think a nice 8 would do this handle well, just because it fits my big mitts here, my big hand. I like how it works with the thumb for pulling, or if it's your finger. The pinch grip is what kind of dropped it down quite a bit for me. Maybe if it was a little more angled and not so so thick right here on this edge, maybe if it like came, like some of it was shaved off here maybe. Now I won't do that just because for the price I paid, this is a beautiful knife. Just checking the mic one more time, because I'm gonna, next pause, I'm gonna put it on the charger. So yeah guys, there's those. One last thing, this is a Shun product. Japan has the metal. I'm just gonna go out there and say this is probably sharp enough that you could chop and dice without even having to put them together. I'm not gonna try that. If anyone has or does, let me know. So with this, you just line it up, pull it back together, and you're ready to go back to town. Now, as you can see, I have large hands. The way this handle is set up is nice and even either way. If you're ambidextrous or right or left, this one would be a good one for you. In that glove, I feel that it's secure. We have a nutcracker here, bottle opener. Now, if you didn't know, and this is something that you just found out like I did, let me know what you think about this information that I have here for us. So this is actually has the built-in jar lifter, or like a screwdriver. The nutcracker here could possibly be a jar. We have a jar grip here. So like on, let's just borrow our can. So like if you're trying to grip, oh yeah, it has a nice grip there to it. See there, nice grip there. So this has got a jar gripper in it. And then we already went over that bottle opener there. So you can crack nuts, you can open jars. Very versatile screwdriver or lid lifter. If you're doing canning, this might be something good to help stick underneath that lid and pry it off with. Now, this is going to be your interlocking screw. I mean, the ergonomic design here for the comfort grip and everything, it's definitely suitable for a left or right-handed use. It feels the same either way you want to play around with it. So right here, you have your corrosion-resistant stainless steel blades for, you know, that extra long life. I think you're going to get a long life out of these scissors. I think you're going to get good cutting efficiency from the way the ribs here are on the blade, as well as if you're trying to put a vegetable or something here, you can set it in there and just slide it through. So you don't always trying to find that choke up point to make that cut. Sorry. They have that here for you in this pair of scissors. So it's not just scissors, it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, if you will, to me, of scissors. But that's why I chose this one personally. Again, no affiliation with anything, no paid anything at all me, all on my dime. And I just want to share my findings with you to see if it's something that you want to put into your home. I give these scissors on a scissor scale from my old ones. Let's see, that they're over here. So these are some old ones that I've had, and this is something like you might see in the store. Now, this one has a bottle opener, but you could also put a small veggie or something in there as well if you wanted. It doesn't really have anywhere inside here. It has the ridges here, but not, I don't think, close enough to the blade. I think that's for sharpening purposes there. These don't come apart, so you just have to make sure what you're cutting, that it doesn't get up in between your blades, and that you wash them properly. It does have the screwdriver. I guess you could try to hang on to a lid with this one. No, it's not gonna happen there. This is too slippery. Whereas this is more of a rubber handle here with this set. You do have the nutcracker in there. It's still gonna to cut what you need it to. Um, Overall, I'm glad to go ahead and set this pair aside and welcome in a new era in my cutlery with these shears here, these cutting shears. Well guys, I'm gonna put us on another pause. I'm gonna clean up this mess and we'll be right back.
I can't shake it.
I know, but we're gonna get it cleaned up.
Aren't you trying to increase the power?
All right, well, we're gonna increase the power here in just a little bit, guys. We're gonna go check on it, that brisket, make sure it's doing well. Be back with you shortly. Hey guys, all right, so I got this all cleaned up as well. So this was our injector or syringe. It has a very nice point. If we can get it to clear up, there we go. It has it seems to be like a rubber, silicone, plastic style washer here. Now this is a copper tubing coated with, I believe, a zinc nickel, I believe is what it said. I washed it up and dried it out. Now when I first saw into the bottom, let's see if it'll let us see it, maybe. Does that help us out? No, not really. Okay, so you can kind of see where it looks like it's kind of scratchy down in the bottom. I did have a towel and stuck down in there and swirled it around in the bottom, and I did get some metal flakes out. So don't just take it out of the package and think, hey, this is going to be great. Otherwise you're going to have metal flakes, maybe copper or alternate material going into your meat. So want to make sure it's nice and clean. I am fairly happy with this. The only thing I wish it could have had, maybe like a glass so you can see the physical um, like ounces. This is a 2 ouncer, but that you can tell that there's the copper there, the copper shine on the inside. So basically going to insert this portion here. I'm just going to give it a nice hand tighten. Don't want it too tight where you can't take it apart. Okay, so now we have that assembled there. checking my mic. It's been giving me fits today. Now, where it does give you some information, though, is actually here. So you have 0 down here. And then as you go in, there's 1, so you can pull it up, and it sits nice and flush on the inside of the lid. So when you're getting that full 2 and it dials out at 0, you're gonna get what you put into it there. So probably to get a full pull, probably gonna have it in there like this. Let's see here. Yeah, I could see injecting it like this here, kind of at an angle. Because if it's not an angle, it's not gonna work. It's gonna set up like that in the package. So now there's another silicone ring here. Looks like here there's some more silicone, or I assume some kind of food friendly material. Take a look at that. It is nice and tight. So when you push it in there, probably going to have to pull it up. Watch your threads, because you don't want to cross thread in anything. Getting a little closer, a little tighter down here at the bottom. Gonna see if I can't I may have to undo this. Give it a little more breathing room. Let's take a look. See where I went wrong. Maybe I should have pushed it down in there first. There we go. So putting it down in an angle. Let's slide this out again. So angle, work it down in there. Just like that. Let's see. Bottom out there. Just for putting it together kind of purpose. Just going to pull it up. Now, like the feel for it on the inside of this, where that silicone ring that was on there, it's got a bite. So if you're doing an oil or something, it might be a little more fluent on the injecting portion. Let's see here. Just snug, not too tight. Three and three. So it has 12 holes all together. I like that it has it all the way around. Wish they were maybe a little more offset. Different, so you can kind of get it at different levels maybe. But yeah, that's a pretty stiff. I'm just taking a look here. So yeah, I guess it bottoms out at 2 right there. It's kind of a Russian roulette here, if you will. Alright, so once you see the 2 down there and the line is flush, I guess that means this down here is in the bottom, but I do see a gap there. Let me see if I can't rotate this a little. So yeah, I mean that's all the way to the bottom there. Even if I turn it sideways, I can't get it to go in there any deeper. So once it goes into number 2 and hits on the line, that's your 2 ounces for sure. So yeah, it doesn't really matter which way you want to do it. It's definitely going to be to fill this thing until it gets used more. It's going to be a two-handed pull on that. I just have that up against me here. There we go. But that is that new injector. So I'm ecstatic. See how it works once we get the juice in it and everything there. Kind of looks like something from a mad scientist movie. Now I do have the other items. Again, if you're just skipping ahead, none of this is paid for. Aluminum foil, gonna need that. We're gonna basically have a couple sheets just about as long as the meat there. Then you don't need the injector if you didn't have this. So we have this because we have the injector. So this, I Frankensteined this back together. Went to my local hardware store and fixed this. This fell off. I found a short screw to fit, so that was kind of nice because it's been sitting in my drawer, and as you can tell, it's a nice one. Soup bowl, can opener. We're gonna add a little bit of water to this because this is concentrate to help it go a little further. Sorry guys, I am getting a little sleepy. We are approaching 1:09 as the time, so let's go ahead and do a quick walk over to the grill. So it is, and then you're going to want a cooler and a towel so it can kind of rest, if you will, kind of soak in and simmer and cook into everything. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. My watch tells me it is the 24th. This is our 4-foot Christmas tree to keep out of the reach of the baby. All right, guys. Going into the playroom. This is an add-on here. And if you're a Star Wars fan too, just a cool pattern. It's the X-Wing design. I'm all suited up myself.
Let's close it up. We're going in full throttle.
Let's do it. All right. And my auto lights on. I filled up earlier. Sorry I didn't bring out here. I topped this off. Let's get the light on. I topped it off earlier. It seems to be flowing through there nicely. It's nice and dry in there. Alright, so I'm approaching about the 3rd hour. Oh wow, look at that. Nice and smoky. I don't want to keep it open too long because I want to try and keep it at a nice 250 at a consistent heat. We got to see and hear that beautiful sizzle. So yeah. So now I gotta wait another hour or two, and hopefully my phone won't die on me. I'm gonna go get y'all plugged in so we don't miss anything. Kind of creepy, but you can see my chicken just hanging out in the doorway. I have a red lamp, so if they peck each other, that's another story for another day. But yeah, guys, we'll go back inside where it's warm. Say hello, Evie. There's my little Yorkie. So I will leave y'all with her real quick, and we're gonna teleport on inside, okay? See you in a second. Hey guys, JW here in the live. Just double checking, making sure I'm giving y'all the eye contact and everything there. You can see I have my handy dandy flashlight. It's been handy. I have it clipped here. There's the microphone, and this here was a gift. Uh, it's been kind of one of my go-tos when I'm barbecuing right now. If you got any bib or um, any of these that you would recommend for me, sorry, is it's pretty late. So just wanted to make some eye contact with y'all, my viewers, let you see who is doing the cooking tonight. I love this thing. It has some little shorts in it.
R2 trying to increase the power. Red 5 standing by. Just like Beggar's Canyon back home. Big West, let's close it up. We're going in full throttle. I can't shake it!
So there's some of the where some of those sounds came from tonight. Just wanted to kind of show you the outfit. So this one's also a Star Wars. So this is one of like the X-wing pilot outfits. No pockets in it. I wish it had maybe like a loop or something across the front. Put a towel in. Maybe actually have pockets that were pockets on here. May look into maybe find some orange material. Maybe add it to it later or something. But for now, it is what it is. If y'all have any aprons or anything that y'all would recommend, I'm open ears always. If there's any questions that you may have between these videos, we're here at 47 minutes now. I just really want to tell you thank you for sticking out. If you were one of the few that were watching everything from the get-go, to follow in from this video, there's probably one back called Brisket Prep or Brisket Prep for, I think I'd have to go back and look at it. But the Brisket Prep short and stuff there will get you on track to where I am today at this time. Let's see here. Right now it is almost, we're approaching that 125 is the time now on my watch. So for now, guys, I'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna follow up and see how everything goes. May start another video, just a continuation of from where we're at. So like, subscribe, hit that bell up top, because if you want to see how this comes out, I'm ecstatic. I'm super enthused here. Like, this is my first brisket. If it goes well, I'm probably going to be the brisket guy for the rest of the holiday. So I'm kind of excited about that. I really love to cook, and it's not just about the knives. I really do love to cook. I'm not anything fancy. I'm just your average Joe that loves to come home, make a meal for my family when I can. I know things, we get wrapped up in like the process of everything, just like we are now. So again, I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope everyone's having a good Christmas Eve. Today is the 24th, so hopefully this section will get loaded up by Christmas, if not by the end of Christmas, because it is super long. So please subscribe, turn on the subscription, make sure you hit the bell up top, because I really want y'all to be there with me when we cross the finish line together. If you subscribe, I'm sure it'll still either give you a message depending on what you subscribe or how you do it. I'm still new to YouTube, despite my channel saying 2013. I've had it, didn't know I had it, and now I'm trying to use it. Inspired by my wife and my mom, my dad, my children. Um, they're just all big parts of my life. My wife got me some shoe knives, kind of ignited everything and wanted everyone to enjoy the enthusiasm and the experience that I had when I got to open them and go through them. Again, I did a late review, so very monotone. So I apologize there for the lack of enthusiasm in that first video, but I promise you it is there in my heart. So with that, I also got my wife a Eufy. So with the Eufy, I did a so-so unboxing just so you can kind of see the parts and everything. I did extensive research on it. That Eufy S1 Pro, it's going to probably be someone that has a lot of hardwood floors or hard floors in general, because of the way the roller is designed. It's the only one that self-cleans, and then it'll go back, empty out, refill, and start fresh again. So every time it spins, it's scraping off that old water and debris. Like if you had a small spill, it's going to pick that up, and you don't have to worry about it smearing it across your kitchen floor. So that's one thing that I reviewed there. Go back and check that out while we're waiting for this video to load. Or I should say the next video to load, because you're seeing this one now. Everything I do is going to be live for the video. You're going to get to catch it as I'm doing it. So if I make a mistake or anything, we'll have a laugh together, because that's what I want. I want us to grow together with this channel. I do periodically have to check this mic because, unfortunately, it's fortunate but unfortunate. I have children and I have a family, and they will come first. I do this in my spare time when I make time. So if there's ever a dull lump in the week or anything's not popping up in my profile, go to the community page, drop me a comment. I'll be glad to have a conversation with anybody. I just really appreciate everyone tonight. That's, I guess, it for now. Again, this is probably going to be one of my biggest videos that I've made thus far. So when you do get a chance to see this, I wish I would have told y'all to check out the commentary at the back end, but I didn't know I was doing commentary until just a minute ago. But for now, good night, everybody. We'll take a look at the rest of everything in the next video. So just so you don't miss out, I appreciate you following. Go ahead and hit that bell, and we'll see you next time.